What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Maryland Terrapins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will put total weather to crank us up. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Power football with the run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Cherry. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Swings it out to the flat. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Makes the catch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. So Maryland's offense has the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Quick release on the RPO.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Harper. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Bounced off his feet. Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Caught behind the line. It's 4. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Makes the grab. Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Bruins will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. He's got it. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Tulsa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got the first down and more. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll run play action. Turns it loose. Found the spot in the defense. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Bruins will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things.
He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Now they'll run the draw. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Takes the handoff. It's Schuster. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Cherry. Finds his tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. Trying the left side. Running to Green. There he goes. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The screen, he can go. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
UCLA.
The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bruins! The offense cashing it in on that drive. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. The lone back's got it. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park.
And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
They punted away on 4th down. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you put them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
He'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the running back. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Finds his man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Got his man on the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to barge their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want to tutty.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Got it, looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Cherry. Caught near the sticks, it's Ford. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Bruins with the 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first. Touchdown, UCLA! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Wade. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Cherry. He's got it and still on his feet.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Down. Sends it back in motion. Trying to run it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what...
And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The play-action fake. Fires to the middle. Can't make the play on the interception. And looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. It's complete on the right side. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Cherry. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working the middle. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
Pickup of 14. That's a first down for the offense.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business.